a young lad, you play hockey in your driveway, in the pond behind your house, or in your basement playing mini sticks, running the scenario that is placed in front of these 40 players who will lace their skates up for this much anticipated finish to this epic series. A winner take all for the championship. You play this in your mind over and over as well, wondering what the moment will feel like, how the crowd will sound, and what the feeling of your blades on the crisp ice will take on in this one-of-a-kind situation. What will be different? How will I react? And will I bring my A game? Can I step up in the biggest moment of my career? And how will I be remembered? The unfortunate thing is all the planning, all the wonder goes out the window after the first drop of the puck. There is no predicting how a deciding game will go. It's all instinct, reaction, perseverance, knowing you get down in this tilt that the game is not over. When you get up by a couple, understanding that you cannot allow it to slip away. You must keep pushing, keep playing, and continue to execute. It sounds simple and a joy to play, but these games can make some players slink away and falter. The pressure can get to the best of them. But my guess, as I've watched every game of this series, my belief is we are going to witness the best these legends have to offer, from the first whistle to the last second of this special experience that will bring out the kid in all of us, excited to be a hero and cement themselves in hockey history forever as the club who rose to the top when it mattered the most. The winner-take-all game in the finals in the best league in Ontario and Quebec. The passion that unites us all, the Northern Premier Hockey League. Hello everyone, and welcome for the last time, NPHL Central, covering a Northern Premier Hockey League game. I'm Billy Bull. I'll do your play-by-play for the evening, and my son James Bull behind the camera and doing all the technical aspects you will see this evening between the Manotick Mariners as they host the Tweed Oil Kings in Game 5. What a series it has been. It has been an unbelievable back and forth 4 games that has more stories than the Lord of the Ring novels. It's a special experience, folks, and we are glad that you are on hand for this one. The Mariners started out the series with a 4-1 lead on their home ice. They dominated and played an incredible game, had Tweed on their heels, but in Game 2, the Oil Kings did an incredible job trying to thwart the Mariners offense and create some of their own. And they did just that. It was an incredible series so far, folks. And we are, everybody on hand is very excited to get this series rolling. As I said, Game 1 was a 4-1 Mariners win. Game 2, Tweed come back and won the second game in overtime, 4-3. Game 3, the Oil Kings were down in the mid part of this game and were able to come back and win it 6-4 in regulation. And then the Mariners, who were on the cusp of elimination, they were down. The Oil Kings also had to tie it up late. They unbelievably came back to win it in overtime on a goal by Poirier. The tail of the tape on this one is basically even par. Both sides have shown that they really deserve a championship. But in hockey, as in life, it is not fair, and only one team can come out with the championship. The leaders on each side so far through these playoffs, if you can believe it. For the Tweed Oil Kings, the road team, Jacob Bratney is tied with Colin Doyle with points, 21 apiece. 9 goals and 12 assists for Jacob Bratney. He's second in goals to Elijah Bratney, who has 10 in this playoff campaign. Colin Doyle, 6 goals and 15 assists. He's second. And then Colin Vandenhert, he's got 4 goals and 16 assists. In the top 5 players in point production for the Tweed Oil Kings, 3 of them are defensemen. Brody Morris is sitting with 4 goals and 10 assists in his 13 games played. And Dylan Ingram with 3 goals and 11 assists round out the top 6. For the Manotick Mariners, the leader, Jonathan Sear, He has been absolutely electric all season long for the Manotick Mariners. He has 9 goals and 13 assists in his 15 playoff games. Ben Finkelstein rolling at a goal a game right now. 11 goals in 11 games with 7 helpers to go along with it. And tied with him at 18 points is Ryan Lau, 8 goals and 10 assists in his playoff run. Jake Cardwell, the defenseman of the year, 3 goals and 11 assists. Emile Poirier, 4 goals, 8 assists. And Jacob Renaud, 1 goal and 11 assists. They have 3 defensemen in their top 6 as well, which just shows you how much these teams rely on every player to get the job done. Huge stories in this game. Goaltending is definitely one of them. Who will start for the Tweed Oil Kings? Matt Lovey's 5-1-1 with a .368 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. He started the last game, so if all things go the way they've been doing it, going back and forth, Evan Morrison will probably start this game. He's 5-2, .437 goals against and an .887 save percentage, but he has been stellar for Tweed in these finals, coming up with huge saves and a lot of them in big moments. For the Manotick Mariners, they had Riley Tondreau and John Gilmer tend the pipes in Bert Berkliev's absence, and they did a fine job at that, let me tell you. They came up with a W in the previous game to send it to Game 5, and both goaltenders have been stellar. But Bert Berkliev on the season, he's 17-0-2. In the playoffs, 7-0-2 with a .241 goals against and a .927 save percentage with 2 shutouts. And that, folks, right there is why he is the goalie of the year. He's played incredible, and he will be back in the pipes for the Mariners. I was just going to say, actually, at center ice there, Colin Doyle in Bert Berkliev's ear, giving him a trying to throw him off a little bit. And Riley Tondreau comes to center ice to make sure that doesn't happen again. Burmaster looks like he is in the lineup as well tonight. Haven't seen him in a little while. And talking to the coaching staff and all that type of stuff, they're saying that some of the defensemen are back in the lineup as they've basically gone with 4 defensemen for this entire playoffs. Giacobbe back in the lineup for the Manotick Mariners as well. A lot of familiar faces and new faces for both sides as well in this one. Now another update as well. Murray Free will be back in the lineup for the Tweed Oil Kings and looking to lead his squad on to victory. And at the other end, can you get... And then at the other, and then right here for the Manotick Mariners, a very incredible sight to see. Brett Gustafson back in the lineup for the Manotick Mariners. He took a huge hit, and that's why Murray Free was out of the lineup for the Oil Kings. And he is back in the lineup for the Manotick Mariners. I can't find his numbers here. It's just not on the page, but at any rate, he is back in the lineup. A huge sigh of relief for Manotick Mariner fans, his family, and for myself and James, who we are huge fans of Mr. Gustafson and their entire family. Mitch as well out there in Deserano. We saw him take a huge hit a couple of seasons ago, and that ended his playoff run. So it's great to see Brett back in the lineup. And, these series, they last forever in your mind. They are something that you can never forget. And if it ends up where you lose, you sit and you question that one play you made, that second effort you possibly could have made to help your team to go on to get the W. And, nobody wants to second guess themselves after this game. They want to be able to do every single thing in their power to get the job done and bring home the Sentinel Cup for the first time to either one of these squads. The Mariners have only had to wait 2 years to get to the finals. The Oil Kings have been around since 2019, so they are hungry for a championship. Their fans are hungry for a championship, and Manotick is no different. Prior to this game, they roped off a massive section just for Mariners fans, and I'm pretty sure it was to separate the Tweed fans from the Manotick fans as well, which I really believe is a smart idea. But they came out here in massive numbers. But speaking to some of the Manotick fans, they were saying, we got here I mean, James and I got here at 5 o'clock, just before 5 o'clock, and some of the Manotick fans were saying we were here roughly 4:30, and there were already Tweed Oil King fans in the stands. That is how anticipated this game is. That is how sought after seats are, as the Northern Premier Hockey League did a great job, and the Manotick Mariners, to move the venue, as there were some concerns over the seating. The other arena they were going to use had about 250 seats in it. No game has had under 550 in this series. The highest they had was getting close to the 1,000 mark. So a great job by the league and by the Mariners to move the venue to this beautiful arena here in Minto Recreational Complex in Barrhaven. What an atmosphere, folks. It is electric. And a few short hours from now, we will have a winner. The Alvinston Killer Bees defeated the Six Nations Ironmen this afternoon. And I'm pretty sure that the final score was 5-2. And that ends that series right there. Shots on goal were 45-43 in favor of Six Nations. They played a great game. Alvinson got out to a quick 2-0 lead, but Six Nations fired away to make it 2-2 just in the early part of the second period, the midway point of the game. Alvinston took the lead 3-2 and never looked back. It was a third period. They scored a couple more goals to make it 5-2 in that one. And so we will have both series done and over with tonight. Both championships will be handed out, and I mean, what perfect theater for this league. Couldn't be any better. And I mean, this league has taken off in leaps and bounds. And James and I are more than excited to be along for the ride. So we appreciate you tuning in, folks, and we hope that you are as excited about this game as we are. These fans are on the edge of their seats as the clock starts to tick down. Only about 7 minutes remaining before the guys start trickling into the dressing room. If you were here for the pre-game, James put up 4 highlight packages from game 1 to game 4 to catch everybody up on the goings-on in this series. And we will replay them again in the first period. After the first period, we'll have game 2. After the pregame, we'll have game 1. And in the second intermission, we'll have games 3 and 4. Just take in the atmosphere for a moment, folks. 2 playoff runs have been absolutely incredible as well. For Tweed, they had to get through the Westport Lumberjacks in a hard-fought 8-3, 7-3 series, and then they got down. This is one of the big stories of this, folks, is the reverse sweeps. Tweed got behind in the series down 2-0, losing 6-3 and 5-2. Then they fell behind again 2-0 in Game 3 before they shocked the Ritos with a 7-4 victory. Game 4 saw another back-and-forth game. It was an overtime marker by Elijah Bratney to send it to a Game 5, and then 4 unanswered goals by the Tweed Oil Kings came away with that 5-3 victory, and then they moved on to the Deserano Bulldogs, who they won all 3 games by 1 goal. Matt Lovey's making that incredible 69 of 73 save performance in that game as well to move them on to the next round. And then for the Manotick Mariners, the beginning of their playoff run was against the Rapids, who stymied their offense, only allowing 7 goals throughout the 2-game series, winning 4-1 and 3-2 for Manotick. And then this was their reverse sweep against the Barry's Bay Wolves as 4-0 lead evaporated as the Wolves went on to win 7-6 in Game 1. Game 2 saw Ethan Pegg score the game winner to make it 2-0 Barry's Bay, but then the Manotick Mariners scored 6 of the last 7 goals in that game at the Paul Yakabuski Community Center. Manotick, or that was back in Manotick, and then at the Paul Yakabuski Community Center scored 3 goals in the second. It wasn't enough as Manotick forced a Game 5 with a 5-3 win, and then a 37 save shutout by Burke Berkeliev gave Manotick the 5-0 series win. Then they went on to face their biggest rivals until Tweed, the North Dundas Rockets. Berkeliev matched his final game against Barry's Bay with another 37 save shutout, the 4-0 win. Then the Rockets won 6-3, and they do what they did back in Chesterville. They an incredible team on home ice, but Manotick doubled up the Rockets 4-2 to take that 2-1 series lead. And then Game 4 saw the scoring go back and forth and needed an extra frame to settle that series. In the end, the Mariners captain scored at .350 of overtime to lead them to their first finals appearance. That's how we got here, folks. To deliver on a promise set at the beginning of the season, you not only have to have the talent to come through in the clutch, you have to have the players who are willing to put it all on the line every time their number is called. Throughout a season, a brotherhood is formed, as each player stands shoulder to shoulder fighting for the same cause and the same promise given to each one of their fans. The promise that their team will give everything they have to make them proud to cheer for the respective small-town hockey club. These 2 teams have delivered on that promise. Their fans trust and believe if they grace the doors of the arena their club is playing in, they can be happy to wear their jersey with pride. As what would be written in any great novel, these 2 great clubs' season comes down to 1 game. One more time to prove their willingness to go to the wall for their fans, their brothers, and their small town. It's a beautiful moment when everything comes together. For the last time of the 2025-26 season, they are asked to do whatever is necessary to bring home a win, which will allow them to also bring home the cup and bring a small town to their feet one more time, for the glory and for the love of the game. Let's send it up to the highlight package of Game 1, and we will be back shortly for O Canada. Draws one along the half wall, sent towards the net, but it'll ring around the wall. And Melvin will drill that wide, go back to Cardwell at the blue line. He's got Tam on the left side, but he'll throw it in behind the net to a wide open Lau. Into the slot, shot, and a great save by Evan Morrison to keep it tied at nothing. A redirect, the bouncing puck in front, score! Jonathan Sears scores the first finals goal for the Manotick Mariners franchise. Holy Dinah indeed. He called that one out, might have thought it hit somebody. Carruthers being forechecked right away into the feet there of Little, and he couldn't come up with it. A break on the left side. Oh, what a stop! The rebound, scores! Morrison stopped the first one, the second one right on the tape, and Cooper pops it home. It's 2-0 Mariners And this place goes crazy. That's over to Renault and hopped on him. He'll have to turn back, and behind his own net, he is being chased down by Isaac Brown. Across the line, and he's in. Renault end-to-ender. Back to the blue line to Sear. Pass over. Fake the 1-T. Sear will let it go, and it's blocked. And can he make it? The break. Ringgruden Hill on goal. Scores! Jacob Rudenhill puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-1 on a short-handed effort. Holy Dinah indeed. That was incredible. 20 seconds remaining. Gustafson at that blue line trying to chip it over to Renault, and he couldn't make it happen. Yeah, you can hear the cowbells. The Oil Kings have come out in numbers. A pass, and behind the net, oh my goodness. No panic at all there by Melvin. He's gone end to end. Melvin scores! Oh my word, what a goal! End to end, behind his own net. Was forechecked like crazy, didn't even pretend like he was there, and walked the length of the ice, put a beauty dangle on Morrison, and put it top shelf. My, oh my, what a goal. Brothers knocks his man down. Ingram turning, sends that into the neutral zone, and there's another hit. Across the line, Renault the shot, and Morrison still there to stop pucks. That's given away. Makara over, the give and go. No, it's gone by the hammer. Fake the give and go, and he put it home. And Tweed kind of got lost up in the hitting and the physicality, and it became a 1-on-3 deep inside the Tweed zone. And it's now a 4-1 lead in favor of the Manotick Mariners. South of Jock River, north of Manotick, along the Rideau River is where we find ourselves moments before the biggest game for these incredible athletes. The stage has been set, and the moment doesn't get any bigger than this. They have played 4 hard-fought games to get to this situation right here. Neither club will be happy to be the best man. They don't want to be Robin, Marty Jannetty, or LeBron James. They want to be the best, and no amount of, hey, you made it to the finals, from their friends and family will be enough. The only thing that these two clubs expect in 3 hours from now is that they will be lifting the Sentinel Cup over their head. Only then will they believe they did their job in giving their brothers the best chance to win the final game of the season. And this is it, the final game of the season. It all comes down to this. What are you willing to do? How far are you willing to push yourself, and are you willing to sacrifice? The questions being asked of every player lacing up their skates at the Minto Recreational Complex in Barrhaven, the site where Game 5 of the NPHL Finals is being held, where dreams can come true and their goal is at their fingertips. Tweed, Manotick. Let's send it down to rinkside for O Canada. Enjoy. The last beautiful rendition of our O Canada, and it was certainly a beautiful one. Your goaltenders tonight for the road team, Evan Morrison. He stopped a lot of pucks in these playoffs, 38 of 42. Previous time he was on the ice. He's got a record of 5-2 with a .437 goals against and an .887 save percentage. Burke Berkliev is back. His season record is 17-0-2. In the playoffs, he's 7-0-2 with a .241 goals against and a .927 save percentage. And 2 of his 3 shutouts in this season have come in the playoffs. He's the goalie of the year for a reason. Can Jacob Bratney continue his onslaught in the offensive department to help his Tweed Oil Kings move on and win the championship? Or will Jonathan Sear, the leading goal scorer and point getter for the Manotick Mariners, do what he's been doing all playoffs and continue to contribute? It's a question that will be answered in 3 short periods, possibly OT, as 2 of the 4 games have went to overtime, and they have all been intense. Every single game, even game 1, that was a 4-1 win for Manotick, was one of the best games James and I were saying on the way home that we have ever seen in this league. It keeps getting better and better, and this is the best season the NPHL has ever had to offer. We've been on hand for a lot of them, but this is the most important game we've ever covered. Buckle in, folks. It's hockey time. The first face-off is won back for the Oil Kings, and that's sent through the neutral zone. The pass over connects, shoots, and a shot on the far side just missed the net for Vandenhert. Tweed sends it through the neutral zone, a backhand pass, couldn't connect. Manotick in the neutral zone will send that in deep. And the Oil Kings inside their own end of the ice will look to bring it out to center. Pass it inside the zone. Burke Berkliev there, miscue. Throwing it out in front was Mac Lowry, and he couldn't complete it. Cross ice pass. The Mariners looking a little sluggish in the early going of this one as Tweed controlling the pace. It is a sold out arena here, folks, if you were wondering. Beyond sold out. It is packed with both sides of the equation, Tweed and Manotick fans alike. To the blue line and outside the zone. Coming in on the right wing, the shot, and Berkliev will make his first save in over a week. A big hit at center ice, the first one of the game, and Sear will go off. Wholesale change for both sides. Behind his net and looking to come out of the zone, but he's stymied there at the blue line. Morrison plays it off the glass and around. Is caught there by Makara. He'll bring it in, looking into the slot for Polkowski. He'll go for the wrap. No, he's met in the corner and knocked off the puck there by Brown, and a penalty coming incredibly early in this one. One minute and 45 seconds into the game, we have our first penalty in the finals of the Northern Premier Hockey League. Draw to the right of Evan Morrison. Manotick will go to the power play early on in this one on Millington. Face off, one into the corner, and sent rink wide. All the way down to Burke Berkliev. Back across the line of the Mariners, sent back to the slot, and that's knifed all the way down the ice. Oh, God. Berkliev inside the zone. James is having some problems with the cord, I'm pretty sure. Something is going on there. That pass across to Lau will gain the blue line for the Mariners. Lau in, shoots, and he fired it up over the net. Gustafson was trucked at the blue line, looking for a call for the Mariners. Sear, his own zone. Finkelstein crossed the line and in. Trying to get it going here for the Mariners on this power play. To the blue line, over, shot, and he put it up over the net. And the Oil Kings will get it out through center. Across the blue line and in, and it'll be called on the offside. Right out in front of the Manotick bench. There's 55 seconds remaining in the power play. Little will win that straight back. Tweed really did a great job in the face-off department in the last game. Manotick owned Tweed in game one, and they've been even ever since. 43 remaining in this power play for the Mariners. Center on the wall, and Evan Morrison will play it off the glass to the blue line and out. We good now, James?
Yeah, someone stepped on the extension cord.
It's plugged back in though. Inside their own zone, Finkelstein waiting as 19 seconds remain in this power play. Finkelstein sent up, and Gustafson is in across the line. Looking to drop it, he will. Finkelstein, the pass over, the shot, and a stop by Morrison. Big save there, gets it into the corner, sent all the way down, and that is going to kill the first penalty of the game. Mariners now have got their gears a-running. Trying to get around his man at the blue line, he will, and gain the blue line. He's in. Sent rink wide to Jonathan Sear. Coming in on the left side, throwing it into the slot, and that will go astray. Tweed through center. A good play for Vandenhert. Nice move between the legs, getting to the net. Tried to throw it out in front. Shot through, and Berkliev with a beauty, with no stick involved. Berkliev brings this massive crowd to their feet. What a great save. Why is he the goalie of the year, folks? That is the reason why right there. He's been gone for 2.5 games. He comes in and has made 2 beautiful saves to start this game. The pass in behind the net by Cousineau. Back to him again. It's his first game, I think, of this entire series, because I haven't seen him. Along the wall, through center. 3 Mariners back to stymie that opportunity for the Oil Kings. Turning behind his own net is Renault, and he's attacked right away, and a nice play there to get it up through center. Pass across the line, and they're in. Shot towards the net, and the redirect by Lau just went wide. Picking that up is Elijah Bratney, sending it off the wall and down the ice. Berkliev, a terrific puck-playing goalie as well, sends that to the blue line. Big hit along the wall, gets to the slot, and they couldn't fire. A huge hit there. Across the blue line and in. Drop pass. Fights him off as Jacob Bratney into the slot. A beauty defensive play by the Mariners to thwart that opportunity, and they race through center on a 2-on-1 now. On goal, shoots, and Morrison stops him. They'll get it back out across the blue line. They'll have to dump it in, but they're on them immediately. Jacob Bratney in the corner sends that up to Doyle. Doyle out through center, dumps it in, and the chase is on. Berkliev behind the net. He's like a third defenseman out there. Brilliant backhand pass there to connect with Nathan Merritt. He scampers to the blue line with a drop pass there. And Burmaster, his first game in quite a while, gets it up and into the zone. Sear tried the cross blue line pass to Merritt, but that's deflected away. The Mariners will gather it at center ice. Merritt sends it in behind the net. Going in after that quickly is Musklow. He will gain control and send it all the way down. That's going to be an icing. 13 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in the first period. Take a breath, folks. Take a drink. Way to see that. Well done. Beautiful. Lau at the draw. Trying to get an offensive zone face-off for the Mariners. A scrum draw, goes to the blue line and sent around the wall to Ryan Lau. Rudenhill battling along the wall. The Mariners will come out with it though, sending it into the slot area, and Isaac Brown will pick that off. Skate to the blue line, dump it. And the Mariners will gain control as Tweed was trying to change Gustafson in, snaps it, and it just goes wide of the net. Great to see number 66 back in the lineup for the Mariners. Picks it up in the corner, into the slot, shoots, and it's stopped by Morrison and goes out of play. James, can you get a look at the crowd? Try and get it if you can, anything. It's going to be incredibly difficult to pick up the size of the crowd here, folks, but we've got people to our left, to our right. They are 3 and 4 deep along the walls. It's absolutely incredible. To the right of Morrison. That's a scrum draw that's won by the Oil Kings. And Isaac Brown will skate it in behind his own net, picked off, directed towards the net, and just wide to the blue line. Center on the wall and in behind the net, and Kyle Gaskin will pick that up and drill a long pass up to Burrell. It was just out of the reach of him, and Cardwell will pick it up inside the Mariners zone. Sends it out through center. Well, they sent it back. It's hard to see down there by the boards. Evan Morrison will leave it for Gaskin. Pressuring him was Ryan Polkowski. It's sent down the ice. Cousineau will pick it back up inside of his own end of the ice. For the first 7.5 minutes, we've had 5 total shots on goal. Pretty surprising. What a nice hit behind the net, causing the turnover back to the blue line. Renault, the shot through, and he missed the top shelf. And the Oil Kings will look to bring it out. Murray free off the boards. Good stick lift there behind the back of Renault, but does not result into anything for the Oil Kings. Sear off the wall. Oh, that's up and into the mesh, and we'll have a face-off at center ice. This place will erupt as soon as either side scores. We got here, as I said, 2 hours before the pregame and talked to a lot of the Mariner fans, and they were saying that the Tweed Oil Kings, a lot of their fans were here before they even got here. So a very sought-after ticket here in around the Ottawa area and even west of Kingston. Ingram blocks that to the dismay of Gustafson. And skating through quickly is Vandenhert. Snaps it wide of the net. Bratney throws it in behind the cage, and it's sent around the wall, and Manotick will try once again, hitting across the line. Finkelstein sends it behind the net to Lau. Gustafson battling behind the cage here, looking to come out with it. It'll be Lau looking back to the blue line. A great defensive play there by Carruthers. Shot on goal, and it's stopped by Evan Morrison. And tied up in front there was Dawson Ellis and Jake Cardwell. Pretty sure that was Cardwell in front. Couldn't see him with him draped all over him there, and they collide at center ice, and that brings the fans to their feet. This is quite an atmosphere. This is nuts. The crowd is wild. I don't know if you can see all the way down there, James, but it's 4 deep. And that side is 4 deep as well. It's wild. Well, the drop. Pardon? They're wrapped all the way around, yep. And people down the stairs as well. There's people watching over there. LeBros up against Colin Doyle, and again the Oil Kings control the puck after the face-off. Pass over will connect. That was to Rudenhill, but picked off. Huge note, folks. I forgot. I talked to Super Dave just before the game, and he was saying Brody Morris is not in the lineup tonight. He had a part of the wedding to do today. Looking into the corner, trying to slide it in the front of the net, and that is turned over in a big way. They are off to the races. They'll dump it into the corner and chase after it. Polkowski in there quick. Jacob Bratney Smooth out of his own zone. Rip that over to the right side. Connects with Brudenhill. Drop. Bradney the shot. And Berkeley-Ev out of the top of the blue paint makes a nice save on that one. Skating across the blue line and poke checked. And Tweed was close to too many men on the ice there. Oh, there's a trip in the blue line. And play will continue. LeBrose with a nice hit there. But Tweed back the other way. Sending it in front. Score! The Oil Kings strike first. It's 1-0 Tweed, and it's Isaac Brown. What a play, and what a finish. Berkeley-Ev was there. He did read it very well and just snuck through the 5-hole. And a roar from the crowd, but a groan from about 80% of them as Manotick Mariner fans. Unreal. That draw is one for the Mariners. They look to tie this game up quickly. And that is the Tweed roar as the goal was announced. Sent back to the blue line. Cousineau was there. He'll get it and shoot it, and it's blocked right in front of the net there by Atkinson. Looking on the half wall, sent towards the net. It's picked off by Kyle Gaskin. Chips it in. Was Burrell. And another broken stick for the Tweed Oil Kings. That's sent to the blue line and out. Picked off there by Vandenhert. Skating across the blue line. He's got a bit of room. And that's poked off his stick. Murray Free will send it towards the net. Right there was shut, and he couldn't complete the play on that one. Back to the blue line. Carruthers was right on him, was a hammer. And almost picked off and sent back the other way. Across the blue line, tried to get the stick lift in there was Mac Lowry. The Mariners will dump it in deep. Bodied along the wall here. Shot towards the net. Morrison will stop it. And that there was a very relaxed play in front of their own net. Pass over, connects to Murray Free, but there's 5 Mariners back to take him down. And that is loved by the Mariner faithful. To the blue line and kept in, shot towards the net. Murray Free was there, but sent in behind him, dumped down the ice, hit a patch of snow, and Jacob Bratney had Lau draped all over him and had to make a quick, smart play with that one. Back inside the Manotick zone. That pass connects to Ryan Lau. He gains the line. He's got a shot, ripped it, and it just hit the stick of Bratney and went up and into the glass, and they'll look to move it back into the slot area there. It's picked off and sent back the other way. Lau couldn't pick that up. Across the blue line and in. Pass over Bratney, ripped it far side and wide. Jacob Bratney along the half wall will send it back low to Elijah Bratney. Into the slot, shoots, and a great defensive play to block that one by Corey Tam. His dad Steve will be happy about that one. The chance now for Manotick. That's thwarted. It's off the boards and picked off at center ice by Burmaster. Skating in, head up the entire way, thank goodness, because a train named Dylan Ingram was coming right at him full force. Rifled to the red line. 3 Mariners back again. Tweed is going to have to find a hole. Can they? Brudenhill will drop pass over now. They're set up and the shot stopped by Berkeley-Ev, and they'll give it back to him, and he'll hold on for the whistle. I got to speak to Steve Tam, Corey's father, before the broadcast. We had a lot of guys coming up and expressing their gratitude towards James and I and the work that we're doing. Folks, we do it all for the league because we love it, and we appreciate the incredible support and all that, and the nice comments prior to the game. But Steve is incredibly proud of his son Corey. I was telling him that he does a fantastic job on the defensive end. He's not the biggest goal scorer, but he does his job defensively, and he can contribute as well. Every player in the black and white does everything defensive, and shot through Berkeley-Ev with a nice save there and was ready for the rebound. They do it all very well. That's a backhand pass sauce to the blue line, and Lau had to be Polkowski had to be incredibly careful on that one. Across the blue line and out. Tweed gains the Manotick zone. Tam pressuring him into the wall. Bodies Mac Lowry into the boards, causes this kerfuffle. Sent into the slot, and that's going to be a hand pass. And the play will be blown dead. We have already played 13 minutes and 11 seconds in this period. 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first period. Holy moly. Shots on goal, 6-4 in favor of the Tweed Oil Kings. There's Traz right out in front of the Manotick bench. Brown can't win it. The Mariners control. Sent over, Sear let that go. Rung around the wall, Morrison can't stop it. Burrell didn't see it. Mariners trying to jump on that. And that pass over to Little will be sent out through the center ice area. Isaac Brown will chip it in. Berkeley-Ev playing it in behind the net. Into the blue line, Poirier, a nice play there to Jonathan Sear. Rink-wide pass to Hammer, and he'll drill that in deep. The Tweed zone. Carruthers trying to stop that, but that bounces over his foot, and it's sent out through center. Renault backpedals into his own zone. He's got Cousineau to his left. He'll bait Brown, open that pass up. He'll get it right back. Cross the blue line and in. Renault shoots that one far side and wide. Directs it towards the net. Morrison can't find it. Into the slot. He blocked the puck coming back out in front. What a great stick there by Evan Morrison. Vandenherk across the blue line, trying to get around the defender, but he is all over him, and two Mariners take him into the wall to snuff out that opportunity. Good try there by Shutt to come away with that one, but the Mariners will, and they're out. Sear. Haven't seen a lot of Giacobbe actually, and this looks like Cooper's first shift as well, and it'll be a short one. Sends it off the boards through center. Murray Free labels his man against the wall, and Finkelstein will pick it up. They're across the line. The Mariners direct it towards the net. Nobody there. That wasn't tied up. Coming back to the blue line. Corey Tam sends it low. Gustafson. Brett Gustafson spins on his man. Fans wanting a call on that one. Cardwell the shot, and Morrison will stop that one, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Stay tuned in the first intermission, folks. We will have game 2 and maybe 3. I'll ask James, but we will recap this entire series throughout this game. And James has already got plans to make sure that we recap every series that we've done in its entirety in the offseason so you can see it throughout your summer. Keep you engaged with these legends of the ice in the Northern Premier Hockey League. 2-2 the series. It comes down to this last game. That face-off is won by the Oil Kings, and they get it out to center ice and try and dump it in. Get it across the blue line. Nice move in around him, and he's knocked off his feet. Good hit there behind the net by Mac Lowry. Looking back to the blue line, and he just got it in front of Gustafson. Trying to get behind him there. Sends it into Ryan Lau, and just out in front of him. Checked off the puck. Sent back to the line. Tam sends it through, and that's steered away by Evan Morrison. He scampers back into the blue paint. Cardwell, shot towards the net. The redirect causes this. What a great effort by Evan Morrison, but an even better one by the defender in front of the net. And Tweed is going to get a penalty on that one. See it, folks, but a lot of punches being thrown after the whistle. There'll be a lot of penalties after this one. I don't exactly know who is going to get the power play, or even if there will be one, but sorry.
I think I got it.
Did you? I can't sit, I can't see. My legs are going to kill me by the end of the game. I don't exactly know who's going to get a power play out of this, because it looked like it would have been 4 minutes to Tweed penalty for punching Gustafson and then cross-checking him in the face. But then after that, there's been a huge melee, so I'm not exactly sure who's going to get what. But unreal. Corey Tam maybe. Well, this is a very rambunctious crowd here at the Minto Community Recreational Complex along that beautiful Rideau River. So they'll try and sort this out. And I don't exactly know how they're going to tally this up, because in my opinion, the way it first started was it was going to be 4 minutes probably to the Tweed Oil Kings. Then after that, it was just a melee of guys with the 4:07 remaining here in the first period. Well, we hope you're enjoying it.
I'm trying to keep it off to save my battery.
Oh. Not too bad. Wanted to give a shout out to Sylvia in the chat. I actually don't have my phone, so I can't read your comments throughout this game, folks. I do apologize, but I hope you're enjoying it back home. And that is going to be Dawson Ellis is going to get, I think, a game misconduct. The crowd loves that one. That's the only call that I've seen so far, as Dawson Ellis is going to the dressing room.
Is that your water? No? Then it may be yours. She was protecting you the whole time.
Well, they look like they might have had it all sorted out now. And we can get back to hockey. No penalties on the scoreboard yet. I need back in here, my man. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, we've got a draw. And nothing up on the board. It's a 5-minute major to Dawson Ellis. My goodness. It's happened I think the last time was I think it was game 1. 5-minute major that resulted in a 2-minute 5-on-3 to end the first period in game 1. And we may have the exact same thing here in game 5. Now it's not a question. Like I say, I don't know what's going on in the chat, but it's one of those things where in front of the net I saw a cross check to the face, I saw a punch, this and that, and after a while they're going to only take one guy, and that's exactly what they've done here, and it's a 5-minute major for their troubles. Face off, one back for the Mariners, and they would love nothing but to at least tie it up before going into the second period. Finkelstein across the blue line, sending it in down low and around to the near side here, and a big hit by Gaskin, rings around the wall and slowed up by Renault. Sends it behind the net and around to the near side. Am I in your way, James? Sends it down to Berkley-Ev inside his own zone with 3:35 remaining here in the first period. Renault, the pass over and out, and he's hit there. Caused some confusion for the Mariners offense. And they'll ring it all the way down the ice. By Isaac Brown. Renault, Gustafson, Lau, Sear, and Finkelstein out for the Mariners. Gustafson across the blue line, gains the zone, going around the horseshoe. Oh, he'll throw it back to the point to Renault. Renault looking towards the net, sends it into Jonathan Sear. Sear gets it to the blue line now, looking for a wide open opportunity. Sends it to the crease. They score! What a beautiful play in front of that net. And it's tied at 1. Listen to this crowd. Place erupts, and it looks like it's Brett Gustafson in his first game back from an injury. Pops it home, and this crowd loves it. That's what they wanted. 2:46 remaining here in the first. They've tied it up. They still have a lengthy power play that will leak over into the second frame, and that's drilled down the ice, and Berkley-Ev will stop it. Wait for Finkelstein. Millington was after him quickly, but Finkelstein's already at the red line. He gains the zone to Polkowski. That's over to Hammer. Shot wide of the net, and it comes around to Poirier on the half wall, protecting the puck. Throwing it over to Finkelstein. Finkelstein, the shot, stop, rebound, and Evan Morrison comes up with 3 beauty saves and gloves it and holds on for the face-off. Burrell is going to get himself into a penalty situation here as well and drop his guys down to 5-on-3 if he's not careful. I don't know if they're taking him or not. Not sure. Getting a game misconduct. And thrown out of this one. Maybe it might be a 10-minute major. But either way, Manotick Mariners with 2:13 to go have tied this game. They have all the momentum and a lengthy major to boot. Face off to the left of Evan Morrison. No penalty, no more power play for Manotick. It'll just be a game misconduct, I'm pretty sure. Lau at the draw against Ingram. That's one for the Mariners. Over. Finkelstein scores! He has got a rocket, and he will, no matter what, end these playoffs at a goal per game clip. What a bullet by Ben Finkelstein. Face off, one back for the Oil Kings. Brothers sends it down, and that's knocked down by Renault, and he gains the zone over to Lau. That pass over, shot and deflected by Gaskin. Gaskin turns on the forecheck of Ryan Lau. He'll look to send it all the way down to the Manotick zone. Berkley-Ev to the near wall. to the red line, and Lau comes in. The pass over, and they're set up nicely over to Finkelstein again. Shoots, and it's stopped by Morrison. Manotick set up nicely. Looking across the blue line, Renault back to Finkelstein. Shot, that one stopped by Evan Morrison. And sent around to Ryan Lau. They continue the cycle. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. 2-1 Mariners. Finkelstein to Lau. Pass over to Renault. Renault trying to get in deep. Renault into the corner. Bratney with the stick lift and a shove, and a Mac Lowry dump will get it and relieve the pressure. Berkliev will come out to play it and try and get this puck up quickly. 55 remaining here in the first. Hammer across the blue line. Ingram gives him a swat. Bodied along the wall, but that's sent over to Finkelstein. Sends it towards the net. Blocked and comes back to the point again. Shot towards the net. The tip did not complete. Vandenherk stops along the wall, sends it over to Jacob Bratney, and he'll throw it off the boards and send it 200 feet. 30 seconds remaining in the period. A minute 19 in the 5-minute major to Dawson Ellis. I'll have the update in the after the intermission of what the penalties were. Sent on Morrison, and that one almost snuck through. Jacob Bratney sends it off the boards and out and down the ice. Berkliev with 5 seconds remaining. They're just going to run the clock, and that will do it for the exciting first frame of this winner-take-all Game 5. From the Minto Recreational Complex, folks, you're watching NPHL Central on YouTube, covering the Northern Premier Hockey League Finals between the Manotick Mariners and the Tweed Oil Kings. 2-1, Manotick. Shots on goal in that period favor the Mariners, 2-1. And we will be back right after this, folks. Collect it in their own zone. Defenseman of the year was Jake Cardwell for the Manotick Mariners. He's wearing number 72. Scored! The Hammer puts the Mariners on the board first, and it's 1-0. Same way it started last night's game. All that was released by the NPHL yesterday. So congratulations to all those terrific hockey players. He just stayed onside. Lau! And what a beauty save by Lovies. Threw out the glove and the little windmill action after to boot. They were 4 men back all the time, but still providing great offense as well. That's hard to do. Cooper, what a save by Lovies, challenging the shot, getting out to the top of the blue paint, throwing it to blocker. Setting up inside their own zone to try and move out. Forecheck from Tweed couldn't stifle them. That pass to Lau is a breakaway. Stop by Lovies. Oh, baby, what a save. Trying to go the wraparound. Stopped again by Lovies. The rebound stopped, and he'll get the third one, too. My, oh, my. What else does Matt Lovies have to do? That's him on the far side, actually. That is Ruel. Fat pass over. Brody Morris, what a save. The rebound. He's got that too. Riley Tondreau with 2 beauty saves and keeps it 1-0. Picked off there. And he's got Carruthers flat-footed there. Lau with great speed sends it over. Finkelstein. What a save. Matt Lowry comes up again. The magic continues. Can the Oil Kings find one for their netminder? Top ball to Cardwell, back to Cooper, down low, trying to walk out with it. Lovies with the stick down next. They score! I didn't see how it went in, but it did. And it's 2-0. Mariners knocked down, but still was able to get a strong shot just on the outside of the net. Racing through center is Brown, throwing it over. Rip, scored! There's the goal, and it's for the Oil Kings. They've cut the lead in half. 2-1. Listen to this crowd. Waiting a little bit too long, and that's a 2-on-1 break. Finkelstein Toe drag. What a save by Lovies again. Vanden Hurt out through center.
Room at the draw.
Shot from the point. Scored! Elijah Bradney might have got a piece of it, but I think it was straight in. Yep, straight in by Brody Morris. They've tied it in 2. That face-off is one. For the Mariners walking out in front of the net. There it is! And there it goes! Matt Lovies! What a save again! To the tape. Melvin. Sear and Ingram battling along the wall. Sear goes down in a heap, and the Oil Kings are back, drilling it. Stop! Score! Lead of the series with 2:25 to go. And skate through center, but he'll throw that into the corner and go after it. Renault off the wall to Cooper. Picked off, trying to get after it. The shot stopped by Tondro. The rebound is there. It's not in the net. No, it is not. Tondro kept it out. No, sir. No goal. In behind the net and stops as Gustafson pushed him to the limit. Throwing it over to Brody Morris. Morris sends it and redirected inside the zone. Chance, a stop by Tondro in front of the net. The bouncing scores! Holy Dinah indeed! It took 50 seconds, and the Oil Kings have tied this series at 1. That puck was in the air for a good, felt like 2.5 hours. And when it come down, it found the back of the net. Listen to this crowd. right, let's get you up to date on the scoring summary. Isaac Brown from Nathan Burrell and Douglas Little got Tweed out of the gates early. Brett Gustafson from Ryan Lau and Ben Finkelstein made it 1-1 for Manotick, and then Jonathan Sear from Ryan Lau made it 2-1 for Manotick. So, here were the penalties during that whole kerfuffle. The 4:07 mark, Jake Cardwell was given an unsportsmanlike minor, a high sticking minor to Dawson Ellis, and then a cross-checking major and an unsportsmanlike 10-minute misconduct for Elijah Bratney and a cross-checking game misconduct for Dawson Ellis. So he is gone from this one. And for the last one here, my page is Jake Cardwell, 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute roughing for Nathan Burrell. That's where we are, folks. A lot has happened in this game already. We hope you're enjoying it. We are coming back here for the second period. Pretty wild first period, if I do say so myself. Enjoying it back home, folks. I think there's a minute, 20 seconds, I think, remaining in the major penalty. Then we'll be back to 5-a-side. Guaranteed the Oil Kings are not happy with themselves for letting emotions take hold in that first period. They had the lead, and because of penalties, 2 power play goals for Manotick, they squandered the 1-0 lead. Tweed is not a team that gives up or gives in lightly. And if they can stay out of the box, they will make this a game. But for the next 51 seconds, power play for the Manotick Mariners, they've got to try and stem the tide. That goes all the way back into the zone. It's Bratney there first, wires it off the glass and out through center. Pass over to Gustafson, scoring in his first game back from that serious injury that kept him out of game 4. Lau over to Gustafson. Gustafson looking to drop it back to the blue line. Maybe, no, he walks right in, sends it down low to a wide open Lau, but a good poke check by Evan Morrison. Chipped off the boards and out through center. Brudenhill across the line, the drop pass. It's a patch of water. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Behind the net and digging for it, and can't come out with that one, is Colin Doyle. Renault through center, gains the blue line and knocked off the puck. Brudenhill, that pass up, connects to Doyle, and we are back to 5-a-side hockey. Pass over, rink wide. Brudenhill, backhand behind the net. Isaac Brown after it. He's being harassed in the corner. Sent back to the blue line and out off the glass. Vandenhert being harassed there by Cooper. A nice play. It's a patch of water there again. Jacob Bratney, another patch of water. They need to wait a little longer before they go into the game after the intermission. Ingram, pass over to Vandenhert. Shoots it, and it's stopped nicely by Bert Berkliev. Vandenhert crossed the blue line, sends it into the corner. Bratney gets it returned pass behind the net, tried to send it back to the blue line to Vandenhert. They gain the zone nicely. Vandenhert the pass over into the feet. The shot stopped by Berkliev. Tweed controlling the zone. Vandenhert the shot deflected, and that will go out through center. Hammer across the line, dealing with a patch of water as well. Sent to the blue line, and Millington couldn't control that, or Little couldn't control that puck. Bratney, in a great play by Corey Tam, knocks that into the corner, and he is drilled in the blue at the boards, and it's going to be a penalty to Corey Tam. Bratney is all right. Got up quickly. Brooks is asking for a 5 and to throw him out. I think he's getting 2. What a great atmosphere here for the deciding game of the finals here. 2 minutes to Corey Tam in the Capital Division, the Capital Branch. As I said, the Alvin St. Giller Bees beat the Six Nation Ironmen to win their championship over in the Metro. Face-off is one back, and Tweed will control. Jacob Bratney holding into the, sending it to the point. Vandenhert protecting puck, sends it over to the near side. Pass cross ice, shoots, and he put it wide. Can't see with everybody standing up. Vandenhert sends it over, back. Vandenhert again. Shoots, stopped by Berkliev. Sends it back to the blue line. Vandenhert, pass over. Shoots, and it's stopped by Berkliev. .21 remaining in the power play for the Oil Kings. A bit of controversy on where the face-off is going to be held, and it looks like it's inside the Mariners zone. No, it's outside the zone. It's inside the zone. It's outside the zone. One back. My Doyle. Vandenhert fakes the pass. This time he hands that off. Mac Lowry can't kick it ahead. That's sent up the net of play. And it'll be a face-off inside the zone. To the left of Berkliev with 1:08 remaining in the power play. Scrummed and won. Back to the blue line it goes. Bratney to Vandenhert. Happel back over. Bratney in front of the net with the feet of Elijah Bratney, and that's held with the blocker by Berkliev. My, oh my, a pressure cooker. If you've ever seen a more intense game. Thank you. To the right of Berkliev. Draw one and scrummed for the Mariners. Center on the wall to the far side and ripped all the way down the ice. Evan Morrison will come out to play it with 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Vandenhert being watched by Lau. Nice move there to get in with good speed. Trying to get through was Doyle. Back to the blue line, Jacob Bratney. Nice play over to Vandenhert. Sends it over to the half wall, ripped it, and a great save by Berkliev, and wires it to the empty side on the blue line, and all the way down to Evan Morrison. Morrison sends it all the way up, knocked down for the Mariners as Doyle couldn't control it. Dropped the pass there, couldn't complete that one. Plays that up to the neutral zone. Tweed trying to get it deep. Kept in at the blue line and in. Tried to go around him, too many moves. And we are back to five-a-side hockey. Bratney sends it into the half wall. Back over to the top of the circle. Toe drag by Vandenhert. Waiting way too long. And that is sent all the way down the ice. Coming in on the left side is a hammer, and he fires it off the glass. Back to the blue line. Kept in for the Mariners, and it's on the left side to LeBrose. Throwing it towards the net, blocked. 3 Oil Kings there to support. Coming back the other way now is Kyle Gaskin. Sends it over to Ingram. Ingram, the pass over to Vrudenhill. Vrudenhill to Ingram. That shot towards the net was blocked. 2 Oil Kings knocked down behind the net. They collided. The Mariners are in. Around them. Slot. Shot. The rebound is just sitting there. And Morrison deflects it away from the danger area. Behind the net is Makara. Throwing it back to the blue line. Back down to Makara. And that is sent down the ice, and no icing to be called on the play. Rifles a pass all the way to the blue line of the Tweed Oil King zone. Pass through center and thrown in to the corner. Sent in behind the net. Gaskin there first. But he will meet a Mariner, but that's sent up just over his stick. No icing indicated. Burmaster in behind his own net, throws it back, and he is labeled along the wall. Mariners trying to get some offense going here in the second period. Oil Kings off the wall to the neutral zone. This one's got a chance for a break as Jonathan Sear falls down. Little across the blue line. Knocked off the puck there, but he gains it again. Waiting too long of the Oil Kings to try and strike for a shot. Mariners are shutting them down. Finkelstein is in, the backhand stop by Morrison. See, just putting a puck on net can create havoc. The Mariners are really doing a great job of that. Rung around the glass, that pass over, connects Finkelstein over to Lau, and he scores! Ryan Lau on a great pass by Ben Finkelstein, and it's a 3-1 Mariners lead. Now the Mariners really putting in the work. And finding results in the process. They're just putting it on, getting the rebounds, and getting, I mean, that wasn't a laser that we've seen from Ryan Lau. That was a chip shot up and over Evan Morrison. So firing it on goal is key to success in this one. The shots are now 16-10 in favor of the Mariners. That draws one. They're looking to attack. Again, hammer the shot. Stopped by Morrison. The rebound sat right there. They cleared it away from the front of the net. Shot on, and Morrison will save it. Pass cross to Vrudenhill. Pass back over. That shot deflected almost out of play. Tried to get it back to Vrudenhill in front of that net. Vrudenhill's got a laser beam. Back to the point now. Shot through, redirected in front of the net and flipped out to the blue line, kept in. But that's the other way, and a 2-on-1 possible breakaway. It is. It's Sear, and a great save by Evan Morrison. Throwing out the right pad. He had to rush him though. There at the blue line, chance again, shoots, and Morrison makes a great save again. The Mariners are buzzing. That is turned over again. Keeping the zone. Send to the blue line. Juggled just for a half a second. So he'll wait, send it towards the net, and the redirect goes into the corner. And the battle ensues. Polkowski back to the dot. Looking to the slot. Shot. Scores! LeBrons. It's 4-1 Mariners. They're battling every moment they can, and it's coming up. Oh, Manotick at the moment. Well, Tweed looked great in the early part of this second period, and as we leap closer to the midway point of the game, Manotick is really on fire. He thwarted the onslaught of the Oil Kings and have now taken a 3-1 lead. Gaskin, the pass connects to Brown. He'll send that into the feet. Ingram couldn't bring it down. Gaskin shoots it towards the net again. It's knocked down, and they're out and speeding through center. Cross the line and in. Shot stopped by Evan Morrison. and he will hold on to the faceoff. And I don't know. Pardon? Thank you, son. Big time. I'm definitely hitting the hot tub, I think, when I get... Oh, it would be like 1 in the morning, actually. Might not be able to. Well, shots on goal now favor the Manotick Mariners, 22-10. They've been putting it on. The Oil Kings seem to be just waiting that extra second too long before they shoot it, and it is hurting them. The draw is one in behind the net, and the Oil Kings move it out and send it down to Berkeleyev, and he backhands it outside the zone, and Kalmos caught Makara on a breakaway. Berkeleyev, possibly one of the best puck-playing goalies in the Northern Premier Hockey League. Definitely a third defenseman all the time for the Mariners. Cross the blue line. Isaac Brown sends it towards the net. Dylan Ingram on the half wall. And labeled on the wall, and 2 Mariners skate out through center. LaBrose whistles one off the glass, hits a stanchion, and Brown had to be careful and send it in behind the net. Carruthers will pick it up and come out in front of his own net as that puck will not settle down for him. He'll send it down right into the coffers of Renault. Pass over to Cooper. He has been dynamite for the Mariners. He throws it to Renault to the half wall. Mariners set up nicely. Pass across ice, and Burmaster couldn't control it. Off the side of the net, back to the point. The shot, score! They've opened up a 4-goal wound, and we're a quarter minus a penny away from the halfway point in this one. Holy Dinah indeed. Manotick has come to play. What a shot, and a great screen in front of the net as well. And Manotick with a 5-1 lead, approaching the halfway point of this one. In the neutral zone, that's sent on Berkeleyev, and he'll neatly stop that one and give it to his defenseman. And that's sent all the way down the ice. And it's a 5-1 lead. Listen to this crowd. At the draw, Millington and Lau. And Tweed's got to find a gear here before the Mariners run away with this one. Sent into the corner. Burrell in behind his man, tried to throw it out in front of the net to Little, but he couldn't complete the pass. He's drilled along the wall, and they will blow it dead. But the scrums after the whistle continue. Well, Little might have just put the Oil Kings down a man again. Yep. 9:53 remaining here in the second period. Oh, it looks like Manotick's getting a penalty as well. Offsetting Miners. They're throwing him out. That might be a 10-minute misconduct for Brandon Little, or Douglas Little, sorry. Brandon Little. Toronto Blue Jays fans will not appreciate that. I'm not sure if she's still watching, but Sylvia, James and I both say hello. We hope you're enjoying yourself, and we hope your figure skating went very well this afternoon. You girls are incredible. And something else that's incredible here is a 5-1 surprising Manotick Mariners lead here in Game 5 of the NPHL championship game, the Sentinel Cup. Gustafson rings it around the wall. They'll get it on the half wall here and work it. Tweed trying to cut it off. The battle continues, and the Oil Kings will win that one. Across the blue line by Gaskin, sending it down low. Gaskin will get there. Gaskin sends it in behind the net, and the Mariners look to move out with it. Coming up to the blue line here, and the Mariners gingerly make it to center ice. 9:09 remaining in the second period. Drop pass. Jonathan Sear. No, that's Jake Cardwell. And Finkelstein is the catalyst on this move. Throwing it into the half wall and shot towards the net to Evan Morrison. Finkelstein to Lau. Lau hit by Gaskin. He remains in control of that loose puck. Bratney throwing it up. They might get a 2-on-1 rush here if they can be quick with it. In. Over. A chance now. And they looking for a shot even. And it's blocked. Tweed just really got to start putting it on net and hoping it's going in as they again make one too many passes. The Mariners are able to come back and block it. Into the slot, stopped by Morrison. Hammer rifles it around the wall. That'll go back to Finkelstein. Over, slot, shot, and a great block in front of the net. And they'll blow the play dead. Just one sec, I'm gonna try and make this better. Try and help us both out here. There we go. Give you a little more room. Okay, do that again there, son. Hey, no, it's okay. I don't want to jostle the thing. We're okay. He just needs a little more space is all. Draw one, stop by Evan Morrison. And Manotick is still hunting down goals, looking for a half a dozen here before they get to the third frame. Vandenherk, they've killed the penalty. Sends that out in front of Elijah Bratney. Cross the line and in. Looking in behind the net, but Renault has his man tied up. Vandenherk knocked down. Back over to Vandenherk, turning instead of shooting it. They got to put it on. Gustafson on a 2-on-1 against Carruthers. Gustafson scores! Manotick keeps firing, and they just keep scoring. And this one has become a 5-goal lead for the Manotick Mariners. Gustafson back, looking to break the backs of the Oil Kings after that major injury, and he is loving it. 6-1, 7:25 to go. Millington at the draw versus LeBrose. Tied up at the draw. Pushing and shoving continues. And a false start on the draw. They've got action. Bratney. Fans on the pass to move that in. Makara picks that puck up, and Bruel gave up on him. Big hit along the wall, and oh my. Across the line, shot on, and Evan Morrison will make the save. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure. I have no idea what happened, but I think it was a Mariner that hit an Oil King. Yeah, this game just continues to get better and better as we go. Unreal. An incredible crowd on hand. To the left of Evan Morrison. Face off. One right to Morrison. He'll play that in behind the net. Jacob Bratney will get to center ice, and he's hit by Gustafson. Sends it around the wall. Into the feet there, shut. To the blue line. Gaskin gets around a man, shut, shoots, stopped by Berkeley. And it looks like Jacob Bratney is hurt. He is on the bench in a lot of pain right now. The leading point getter for the Oil Kings. Face off to the left of Berkeliev. The bench is getting a lot thinner for the Oil Kings. 6 forwards. There's now looks like 7 forwards. I guess they got 7 forwards and 3 defense, I guess. Shot towards the net, and it's blocked and sent back the other way. Burmaster. That pass over, that's going to be an offside, and they will blow the play dead. .6:15 remaining. The after the whistle stuff continues. This will be at center ice. Ingram wins it back to Atkinson. And he'll move that up through center to Isaac Brown. He'll throw it on goal, and Berkeliev will make a nice save there and hold on for the faceoff. Sorry, son. I thought it was in your way. No. 6:05 remaining. 6 goals scored for Manotick. Draw to the left of Berkeliev. When called upon, he's been spectacular. Throwing it around the boards. And Manotick will easily move it through center. Hammer on Morrison, and he will tidy that up. Hold on for the faceoff. Well, this got away from Tweed quite quickly. As Manotick, they're not a team you want to mess around with, giving them this many power plays, and lengthy ones at that. And that 5-minute major in that first period really did a lot of damage to Tweed, as they did have the lead at the time. And Manotick was able to score 2 goals on 2 power plays in that period, and then continue that momentum into the second period. Kyle Gaskin. That pass over connects to Atkinson. He'll throw it around the net, and Berkeliev will stop it. Pass over to Cousineau, back to the blue line. Gaskin will keep it in, chip it. Mariners try to get out with it. Gaskin thwarts that opportunity into his own zone, and met with a hit there by Polkowski. Picked off and sent back down in the Mariners zone. Off the wall, knocked down. They fake the shot, go for the pass once again, and it's knocked down. Atkinson towards the net. That one's blocked by Berkeliev, and it goes up almost into the screen. Shot from the point by Rudenhill. Goes up into the mesh, and it comes down. We'll have a face-off inside the Mariners zone. 4:57 to go here in the second period. The emotions right now getting the better of the Oil Kings. And I mean, the Mariners scored 6 of 7 goals against Barry's Bay to come back and win a game that would have eliminated them from the postseason. But, you know, they've got to stay out of the box if they want to come back in this one. And they need a goal or 2 here before the third. Cross the line, and that will be in, offside. Face off right out in front of the Mariners bench. Burrell. Lau wins that one straight back. That's passed over to Cardwell. Cardwell sends it through and down to Evan Morrison. Plays it along the glass. Shot towards, that hits Lau in the hand. That is not good. Bodied along the wall. Shot turns that over. Shot towards the net. It rings around the back of the net and out to the blue line. And they're checking on Lau on the bench as he took that one off the hand. I think that's a high stick. Yeah. Tweed will go to the power play. And a high stick by Jake Cardwell. Face off to the left of Berkeley. Tweed definitely needs one here on this power play. Bratney, he's good now. That shot's blocked and goes into the corner. Brown back to Bratney at the point. Sends it back from whence it came. Elijah Bratney can't reach out and grab that one. It's in the corner now. Trying to dig it out. Goes back to the blue line. And hops over Jacob Bratney's stick out through center. Vandenhert. The blue line and in. Drop pass. Bratney back down low. Sends it over. Brown into the slot. And again, one too many passes. Looking back to the point. Sends it back down low. To the top of the blue line. And that's over. Chance for a shot. Knocked off Vandenherk's stick. Thrown around to the half wall. Looking back to the point. That shot through. And it's going to be gobbled up by Bert Berkliev. Well, Ryan Lau is at least leaning on the board right now. He took a puck to the hand a few shifts ago, and I think he was just asked if he's ready to go and gave the nod of approval. Back to the point. Vandenherk over to Jacob Bratney. Pass into the slot area, knocked to the point again. Vandenherk picks it off, slips it over to the half wall. Cross rink pass, back to Vandenherk. Backhand towards the slot area, and Manotick will easily dump that down the ice. Morrison throwing that up, and out comes Mac Lowry. Throwing it in behind the net and around to the far side. Let it go as it goes to Vandenherk. To Bratney. Back to Vandenherk, and it bounces over his stick. And Tweed will have to reset. Doyle sends that over, and that's knifed all the way back down into the Tweed zone. A chance for Cooper to get on that one quickly. Chipped off and out and over. Jacob Bratney through center. Trying to get through the two defensemen, and they will close that off very neatly. Throwing it towards the net, off the boards, and nobody on the far side. 1 second remaining in the penalty. And they're back 5 aside. In! Stopped by Morrison. Boy, oh boy. And this is another penalty to Tweed. Tweed is really coming apart here. They've got to figure it out. .206 left here in the second period. In the third period, we'll have games 3 and 4. I only did the 1. Off the draw is Jonathan Sear. Back to the point, Finkelstein. Straddling the line, sent in, deflected up and out of play. That'll be a souvenir for the crowd. Rudenhill versus Sear. It's one back for Manotick. They control. Just move around them to Finkelstein. Sends it over, and Ryan Lau had a yawning cage there waiting for him. That's in behind the net and around. Ryan Lau. Atkinson can't get control of it. The Mariners are moving it very nicely. Not just out in front of him as soon as I say it. Lau tries to swing that back to the blue line. Throwing it in behind the net. Gustafson into the corner. Gustafson waiting along the half boards. 1:15 to go. Sends it into the corner to Jonathan Sear. Back to Ben Finkelstein, and it's deflected by Rudenhill and all the way back to the Mariners zone. Down deep to Tweed's end of the ice, thrown off almost off the glass, but it's picked off by the Mariners. Cardwell sends it back to him. Cooper, defensive play there to keep it inside the zone. Finkelstein at the point. Shot towards the net. Evan Morrison will make the save and hold on for the whistle. Boy, oh boy, Ben Finkelstein is unbelievable. Does everything right. He's a coach's dream, to be honest with you. .45 and 3/10 remaining. 39 on the power play. Mariners win the draw. Blast over! And a save by Morrison. Digging in that corner. Musklau. And that's chipped to the blue line and out. Finkelstein to Hammer. Trying to send it to LeBrose. That's over to Hammer. Just about come away with that one. That's picked off of Isaac Brown. Manotick gaining the zone again in the last seconds of the period. Loves this. Looks like another Oil King, maybe sent to the showers. Or not. Oh, they're happy. One of them got hurt, actually. I do apologize. Looks like LaBroge is going to the box. Ingram is going for repairs. Well, 5.9 left on the clock. Well, it's 6-1, and we hope everyone at home is enjoying the game. Shots on goal favor Manotick 30-18. Looks like Dylan Ingram is going off for some repairs. Nobody likes to see a guy hurt. This crowd is really, really wound up right now, let me tell you. And for good reason. The championship game, it's been incredibly physical. And boy, oh boy. Manotick scored early and scored often in this period. 4 of them to be exact. And Tweed has not found a response yet. Excellent. Cheryl, great to see you. Happy to see you, Mom. You enjoyed the ballet. .9 remaining. Taking a long time to finish this last few moments. Looks like it's going to be down in the Tweed zone. Oh, sorry. He can certainly get him going. I'll tell you, the first 40 minutes of this game, yeah.
I'm not here as a fan to the Manotick. I'm here as their fan.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're not cheering for either side. We just are. Well, we just love this league. We're their fans. We're all their fans. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad. And through 40 minutes of this game, my goodness, there could have been another 20 penalties in this game. And I was talking to a bunch of the fans prior to the game and talking about the after the whistle shoving and hitting and stuff, and hopefully it goes away because the refs are going to have their hands forced to start calling penalties. You can see them guiding them away from the scrums after the whistle, trying to not allow them to take any more penalties. Oh, Brooksy waving the white towel. He is not a happy camper at all. Not probably what everybody was expecting this morning for this game. Probably thought it would be closer going into the third, but one thing can be for certain. The Oil Kings are not going to go away. They are going to try and stay in this game and find a way to come back in it. But the other thing too is that Manotick is going to keep piling it on. If they can get to 15, they will do it. They know the resilience of the green and gold, so they got to keep pressing and keep going. All right, we're ready. liner to Cooper. Tweed will have a power play going in the third period. All right, a little more hockey before the third. Draw scrummed and in the feet of Jonathan Sear, and that will run the clock. Stay for the second intermission, folks. James has got game 3 and 4 of this series. Show you why we are where, sorry James, my fault. Show you why we are where we are. So we'll be back for the third period right after this, folks. 6-1 Manotick. Set it up nicely here with 43 seconds remaining. Back to the blue line for Cardwell. Ripped shot, scores! Finkelstein ripped that one. A one-timer. And the Mariners jump out to a 1-0 lead on that rocket by Ben Finkelstein. The half wall to Gustafson. He's hit by Ingram. It causes a turnover. Nice pass over, and they're in. Drop pass now. Looks for the shot. Scored! Ripped that one right through the wickets. And Elijah Bratney has the last 3 goals for the Tweed Oil Kings. What a snapshot. He has got an incredible shot, and he shows it off right there. This could be the game right here. 5-minute Manotick power play. Sounds devastating. Scored! What a pass! Tic-tac, Tokyo. It's 2-1 Manotick. It's massive to my left, and the rest are the Oil King, or the Mariner fans, but Tweed has come out in heavy form. Pass over rifle. Scored! Pete Morrison over his shoulder, and that's a goal by Ben Finkelstein. Bounced up and hit Morris. Battling along the half ball back to the point. Sends him away on a breakaway on goal. Scores! What a beautiful goal! Refresh out of the penalty box and finishes that beautiful play. Mac Lowry. Couldn't have been a better time for that one. Ingram can't. It's a 2-on-1 race. Makara's got speed. Makara, what a great defensive play, and what a great save by Morrison. Dove to block the pass across. That's in front. Morrison again. Ski out through center. Good hit by Burrell. Millington with a nice hit as well. For others, a pass through center. Good defensive play. It's on the tape of Brown. Scores! How did they counter that one? I have no idea. The Mariners looked like they were in really good defensive shape, but somehow Isaac Brown got behind the Mariners defenseman and put it 5-hole on John Gilmer. Elijah tries to get through. He leaves it for Dylan Ingram. Looks to the point. Fanned on it was Atkinson over to the side, and he fired it wide. It was a rolling puck. Ingram again. Over in front. What a save by Gilmer. Scores! Oh my word! Dawson Ellis on the doorstep. He had a chance 3 seconds earlier, and this time he made good. It's 4-3. This place erupts, and Tweed will carry it across the Manotick line. The drop pass, the snapshot block, the score! The rebound, and Elijah Bratney scores again. Bratney with his 10th goal of the playoffs, leading the charge for his Tweed Oil Kings. Can you believe it? Gets by a man. They've got a 3-on-2 chance. Shot, and he put it just wide as Lau crashing towards that net. Hammer just put it wide. 10 minutes. Almost. Finkelstein behind enemy lines and scores! When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. And Ben Finkelstein nets another one. Bratney off the wall. Mac Lowry can't get it, but they will get it out. Vandenhurst scores. And Manotick leads it 6-4 on the open net. And this may end it. They lead it by 2, but you know Manotick is not going to go away. You know it. Stops up along the half wall, sends it back to the blue line. That's a miscue. After him is Elijah Bratney. Great defensive play. What a great save by Lovies. Elijah Bratney skates the length of the ice to come back and support his goalie. Down to a 5-on-4, and that's chipped out through center. Caleb Sigsworth throws it up to Cooper. In scores! Cooper on the penalty kill pops it home, and the Manotick Mariners, even though they were just down 5-on-3, have struck first. Tweed Oil Kings with Vandenhurst throwing that back to Rudenhill. Pass over to Colin Doyle. Doyle back. Vandenhurst and the Oil Kings are set up. Over. One tee shot. Scores! Jacob Bratney. If it's not one Bratney, it's the other. And the Oil Kings tied at 1 zone. Mariners will take care of that nicely. Finkelstein trying to go behind Morris. Threw it out in front. Gaskin got a stick on it. Sent it over to Poirier. Poirier back to Renaud! And the Golden Glove of Matt Lovies robs him of a sure goal. What a beautiful save. My goodness. Power play coming to the Mariners. Back to the blue line. Finkelstein over. 1T again! Lovies. One of the best gloves in the entire NPHL. Draw one to the point, and there's Rudenhill on a break. He's got one with him. The shot stopped by Riley Tondreau. The rebound is sitting there. Passed over. Rudenhill, Riley Tondreau with a great save on a breakaway, and then a cross-crease pass on the shorthanded opportunity by the Tweed Oil Kings. Over into the feet of Vandenhurst. Picks it up nicely. Pass over. Brad, oh my goodness! Riley Tondreau! What a beautiful save! Flashes the leather on that one. Draws. Bratney back to Vandenhurst. He's got a laser wrist. Over! And that was deflected wide. Tried to backhand it out in front of the net. It's still there. Loose. Score! And the place goes crazy. Mohawk to get out to a game here in the Northern Premier Hockey League in Quebec or Ontario. Oh, in front! Score! A short-handed marker once again. And the Manotick Mariners down a man. They've scored 2 in this one. Quick changes for Manotick. What a move, Vandenhurst. Trying to go around the net. Riley gets his foot there. Jammed against the post. And nowhere for that puck to go, but out. They're away again. Coming on the left side's Jonathan Sear. Scores! Do you believe it? 3 short-handed goals for the Mariners. I've never seen that before. This is unbelievable, but it's sent out on a breakaway. Finkelstein shoots it wide. One of the very few times he's missed the net this playoffs. Brody Morris end-to-end. The drop pass. Ellis had stopped. He thought he was with them. Throws it towards the net. The redirect is in between the legs. And it's in! It's a goal! It's 3-3. We're just over the halfway point. Jacob Bratney. Pass to the slot. In on goal! And Riley Tondreau does not blink. Back to the point to Jacob Bratney. The one-timer. Score! The without the Mariners scoring a short-handed goal. Merritt, Finkelstein to Merritt. Finkelstein throwing it down low. What a save! 2 saves by Lovies. I don't know if he saw that until it was a half an inch in front of him, reacted with the pad, and kept it out. Both goalies have been busy in this one to get positioning on his man, but the Mariners scamper out through center. The pass over, 2-on-1 break now. Shoots and scores! What a beautiful shot. And it's all tied up at 4. Big play there to get the puck back. He's being harassed by Kyle Gaskin, but the Mariners will bring it out. Shot towards the net, back to the point, over, 1T, scores! The Mariners very quickly have taken the lead back, and it's 5-4. Manotick stopped by Lovies. They're looking to get their 4th goal shorthanded, which would be the record. Shot, scores! Vandenhert, Cullen in need. He has got a laser beam of a wrist shot. He doesn't need a slap shot. Oh my. Oh, Ellis is knocked down by Finkelstein. A left stick there. Morris can't get to it. Hammer, backhand pass to the point, just out of the reach of Renault. He was waiting for it along the wall. And that'll go all the way down to Riley Tondro as he makes the play to Renault. Renault takes the hit, and Cardwell sends it up the far wall. Poirier's in. Poirier scores! We will see you next week. The Manotick Mariners have won it 6-5 in overtime. Wow. He has been on fire this entire time. Unbelievable. Need your phone. Josh.
Said that on here. I can't say anything.
Can't say
I won't
that.
say it.
Check online in terms of what the fire code announcement is and go max out on that. I think it's 1200, but just check.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, you can.
Wow.
We are back for the final frame of the Northern Premier Hockey League 2025-2026 season. Let's tie this one on. I'll get your scoring summary at your first whistle, folks. There's a lot that went on in that frame. And the attendance is a full capacity here for this one. Standing room only. I've literally stood basically this entire game. In a 5 or 6-1 lead here in game 5. Manotick leading this one to the point. Vandenhert over whistled that one, and a great block by Tam, and that shot went up over the net. Vandenhert at the point, trying to send it along the half wall. They will knife that over to Jacob Bratney. Bratney looking low. He'll go to Mac Lowry. Hit off his stick, went in behind the net. Chipped along the wall, going back to him on the half wall. To the point, Vandenhert over. Fanning on that one was Jacob Bratney. Sending it back to the dot. Tweed set up very nicely now. Shot, and Berkeley kicks it out. And that's kicked away by Ben Finkelstein. Vandenhert going back in behind his own net and trying to come out with it with 40 seconds remaining. They've basically got to score here. If they don't, they have got a huge hill to climb. Into the corner was Colin Doyle, coming out and waited too long and rifled it up and into the mesh. Well, a big shout out to Brooke Tam. We hope you're enjoying the game. Your mother said that you're enjoying this one, and we are greatly appreciated for your support of your brother Corey. And this has been quite a series for number 8 in the black and white of the Manotick Mariners. Lau giving a quick look there for Vandenhert, because that hit a wet spot in the ice. And 10 seconds, and we are back to 5 aside. A pass across the blue line. Connected, and a hit along the boards causes this mess for the Oil Kings. That's deflected away, and it'll go out to center ice. Vandenhert inside his own zone. Vandenherk, that pass connects to Brudenhill. Knocked down by Gustafson in his feet, but he stops up and picks it up, grabs the blue line, tries to gain entry. But the Oil Kings will knock that down, and Jacob Bratney through center. Cross the line and in. Jacob Bratney, the drop pass and the shot. And a nice defensive play by Ben Finkelstein to thwart that opportunity in the corner. The Mariners will look to get out with it. Ingram can't pick the puck up. Gustafson will flip it out to center, and Kyle Gaskin sends it towards the Mariner blue line, but they'll flip it on Evan Morrison, and he'll leave it for for Atkinson. To center ice now. Gaskin backpedals, sends that one through, and that is going to go all the way down for an icing. Face off to the right of Evan Morrison. Brudenhill at the draw versus LeBrose. Walking in is Polkowski, sends it far side and wide. Grell did not locate that puck in a quick hurry, and Manotick will pick it up and send it over to Corey Tam. Flipped on goal. Morrison will steer that into the corner. Atkinson back around to the other side. He leaves it for Little. Chip back to the blue line, sent towards the net. And Atkinson will pick it up, send it off the boards, and they'll get to the blue line and out. Cardwell. A pass over to Corey Tam, and he's off to the races through center. The pass over and sends it in to the corner, and he is met with a hit from Atkinson. Shot behind his own net. Sends it up to Little behind his back. The Mariners control, sending it towards the net, but that's knocked down by Kyle Gaskin. Headman pass too far in front of him and stunts the offensive rush there for the Oil Kings. The blue line and in. Tweed trying to find something as Manotick drives him into the boards. And a penalty, I think, coming to the Oil Kings. Yep. Not sure what it was, but it sounded loud, and Manotick, I think, will go back to the power play on Douglas Little. Manotick looking to go up by a touchdown. They've got a half a dozen. And Tweed, I'll tell you, their fans know they still have a chance, even against the Mariners. They have no quit in them. Cardwell still makes the nice play over, and Jonathan Sears, one-timer, is blocked. And Bratney in the corner, and he's looking to send that all the way down the ice. Just hops over Berkliev's stick. Looking into the slot, Jacob Bratney on his backhand, couldn't pick it up. He's got it now. Shoots it. The rebound there on the doorstep for Elijah Bratney, and he couldn't complete it. It's a foot, goes into the mid-ice area there, and that's chipped down into the Tweed Oil King zone. And that goes up and at a play, but it hit something first. Well, that would have been 2 minutes to Evan Morrison. Hammer at the draw. To the right end is LaRoche. The Oil Kings win the draw, trying to send a long pass up to Owen Doyle. Mariners gain the blue line. Going into the corner area, throwing it into the slot. It goes all the way back to Hammer, throwing it on net, and Evan Morrison will stop that one and hold on for the face-off. Well, they definitely picked a beautiful arena. This is a great ice pad, and they have filled this place to capacity. I just actually got word that it is filled right to the brim. The backhand pass connects, and a penalty coming. Shot stopped by Morrison. The rebound, LaBroge throwing it low to Hammer. Hammer being harassed by Vandenhert. Back to the half wall to Cardwell. Backhand pass to the half wall. Looking for a shot. Can't come up with one. Back to Cardwell. He'll throw it through a screen, and Evan Morrison there to make a save. And that was not an errant stick. That was a high stick. And a penalty coming to the Tweed Oil Kings. Five on three for 29 seconds. Face off, one for the Mariners. Cardwell over to Finkelstein. Finkelstein, they're set up. 22 remaining, that's just wide of the net there. Morrison swimming. Finkelstein rips that one wide of the net. Cardwell pass over two wide open guys as it's a 5 on 3. Finkelstein, and Evan Morrison had to make a nice save on that one. Gustafson spinning on his man in the corner. He is a brave young man. They have been going at him all series every time he's on the ice, and he is still digging. That's out in front, and a great save by Morrison. Rudenhill was away, but the Mariners take it away from him. Sear throwing it behind the net to Gustafson. Throws it back to Cardwell. And we are on a 5 on 4. Pass over! And it's stopped by Evan Morrison. Shots on goal, 37-21 in favor of Manotick. Manotick's getting a penalty. I don't know how Gustafson's getting a penalty. I must have missed it. That draw is one for the Oil Kings. Chipped out through center. Ingram lays a hit on him at the red line. The pass over to the neutral zone. And cutting across center was Cardwell. The backhand pass is completed, and Cooper will send it around the wall. 45 seconds. We'll be back to five-a-side hockey. LaBrose passing it in to Cardwell. That's over to Cardwell now again. Shot and a stop by Morrison. LaBrose in front battling. And that's chipped up into the glove of Everett Morrison. Just want to make sure she heard the shout out. Got to meet Steve and Mom, and Corey is a great player, and Brooke Tam as well, watching the stream. Everybody, we hope you're enjoying it. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. Lost the stream for a moment. Hopefully y'all were able to come back in to the half wall. Sent into the corner, and he walks out with speed, and a nice save by Morrison. That's number 40 on the evening for him. Across the blue line, snapshot. Turning away from the play there, and the Mariners will easily get out of the zone as the penalty has expired. Back check by Rudenhill. And they move it out through center. Tweed's got to start the counter punch here. Slot chance, and that's stopped, and that is a penalty. Well, this has turned into quite the finish to this incredible series. .12:09 remaining here in the third. Oh my. This game has gotten quite a bit out of hand. The penalty minutes are piling up. Manotick taking advantage of the I'm trying to think of really the intensity level of Tweed, where they just kind of lost control of their emotions and are really just trying to plow over the Mariners. And the thing is I mean, you can do that to some teams and it will cause them to backpedal and backtrack and stuff, and you can take advantage of it, but the Mariners are not that club. They're a team that will stay with it. And keep scoring, you know what I mean? Wow, that's amazing, James. We lost the stream and we're back up to 200 people again. That's excellent. It's a very... Oh, thank you. James is teaching me a lot of stuff, let me tell you. So, it's even though this is a 6-1 game, it's been a great season, eh, James?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Even though it's a 6-1 game, it's been an incredible season.
Oh yeah, this series and the Barry's Bay Manotick series that were incredible. Those are the last two I remember because they went on for so long. It's been a lot of fun. This is my favorite season in the NPHL or USHL so far.
As they rebranded this year, they've done an excellent job of. And there's supposed to be more teams being added to the league next year as well. So even though we've been to every single arena now, even with the new expansion teams with Manotick and Pogham Falls and all that type of stuff, we've been to every single arena, which is a great accomplishment. And I wanted to thank you for all your efforts, because in between games, James does all the highlights from our games and puts together packages, goals packages and stuff. And he does an incredible job. I always ask him to do 1,000 things throughout the week, and he has a life of his own. He's a 19-year-old. Actually, today, oh my God, tomorrow is your birthday. I'm going to say, what the heck? But he would have done it anyways if it was his birthday. But thank you, son. It's always a pleasure doing it, and it's a dream of mine. And I'll tell you, doing it with my son just puts the cherry on top of this entire experience. Pass over by Cousineau, sent towards the net, stopped right in front of the net. The rebound shot off the glass, and it goes back down into the Manotick zone. The Mariners are on the power play after that skirmish. Cousineau behind his own net. 3 Oil Kings in their box, 2 for the Mariners. Good move there. I mean, the fans have been entertained, and that's really the main thing. Oil Kings send that a long way, and there's a break opportunity. Isaac Brown in, shot, door closed by Berkliev. Back to the blue line to Brothers. It bounces on him, and back comes Hammer. Nicholas Hammer in. Lets a shot go, deflected up and over the net, and Brothers will hammer it off the glass and down the ice. 1 minute left in the power play for Manotick. Let's hope cooler heads prevail in the last 11 minutes of the Northern Premier Hockey League season. Will go off without a hitch. Draw one into the corner. Thanks everyone in the chat. We love bringing it to you big time. It's awesome, and we love the support. And there's another penalty to the Oil Kings. And that one's to Dylan Ingram. We do wish that the streams could be better, folks. And I'll tell you this, I know that the biggest complaint we get is the stream quality, and it's really the only time I brought it up this game. My daughter and son would be proud of me, but Josh and John are really the owners of the league. They're looking to try and get hardwired into as many arenas as possible. And thanks, Ange, big time. James just saw that. And if they can do that, our streams will be perfect. Like, we have the capabilities to go hardwired. We have had to add a lot of pieces. The amount of cords that James has to use to get us to go live with my phone and all that stuff, it is incredible the job that he's done just to get us live. And when it is solid streams like the one in Tweed for the All-Star game, it's really impressive because, you know, we shouldn't be able to go live. Shot by Cardwell, stopped by Evan Morrison. Back to the blue line, sent over, and that was a broken stick by Cardwell. Just a pass over to him, and his stick exploded. Looking to go back to the point to Gustafson. That pass over connects, and they're in down low. Manotick is really controlling on that one, and Cardwell snuck back door and almost fired that one home. That dribbling puck is backhanded out by Atkinson. Gustafson, they just take the liberties on him. Sent in the Tweed zone. Gaskin hit along the wall. I give a lot of props to number 66. Get Brett coming across the ice. I give him a lot of credit because he has really been through the war. I mean, he's just coming off a crazy injury, and every time he touches the puck, they really go at him hard, and he doesn't shy away from it. Brett has not shied away from any of the dishings outs that Tweed has given him in this game. He is a dynamite hockey player, and I give a lot of credit to Brett Gustafson. Unbelievable job to you, number 66. You've got a soul of steel, let me tell you. Manotick is very lucky to have you. I'm gonna have to watch it. That's got to be wild. Face off to the right of Morrison. Cardwell sends it over to Finkelstein. Back to Cardwell. send it towards the net, and that will be sent down the ice. 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the period. Well, Manotick fans are getting pretty creative. Manotick owns you is starting to thrive through this arena. Back to the blue line. Manotick on the power play. Finkelstein drills that just wide. Polkowski to Cardwell. Ripped a shot, stopped by Evan Morrison. And Manotick is going to get a 2-minute penalty for slashing the goalie. I was talking to management and ownership prior to the game for Manotick, and they were saying, here, son, you can take it with you if you want. Here. What was I going to say here? They were saying how Ryan Polkowski is such an incredible player, because I mentioned to him how I mentioned on the stream how Polkowski doesn't take a first-line shift, and that just shows the depth of Manotick, that a guy like him is not on their first line. He was incredible in Gann, and he was saying that him and Tricoli Roic were very good in Gananoque, and Polkowski is an excellent hockey player, and they love having him. Vandenhurst the pass over, and he scores! Jacob Bratney finds the back of the net, and the Oil Kings have made it 6-2. 8:37 to go here in the third. Anything could happen. The Oil Kings are not going away. And look, Brett Gustafson right back out on the ice. I mean, he is a warrior. And I guarantee you it's not going to stop. If Brett touches the puck, somebody is going to try and hit him. And it's just a testament to his passion for the game of hockey. And my goodness, Tweed has given him all he can handle. And what is happening? Oh, they're just resetting the clock, I see. But yeah, we hope you're enjoying it at home. Back up to 250 people. Now, if Tweed is able to come back and make a crazy comeback and win this game, they will have punched their ticket to the Outlaw Tournament. And folks, make sure that you stay tuned on the Facebook page, because there will be updates. I can only do the left side. I only got one arm. They will have punched their ticket to the Outlaw Tournament. Manotick has already punched their ticket, and if Tweed's able to win this, then they will move into the Outlaw Tournament and bump Barry's Bay out. If they lose this game, then Barry's Bay will secure their spot in the Outlaw Tournament. Stay tuned to the Facebook page, because we're not 100% sure how that is all going to transpire. If James and I'm not sure if James is able to cover the Outlaw Tournament. That's still up in the air. But if Josh and John are going to have us cover the tournament, and how it's going to be, if it's going to be covered by us at the time, or if it will be we'll cover it and then post the games after the tournament's over. We're not 100% sure how that's going to go. But it also, I mean, we've never done this before, but we've seen Alvinston and a bunch of the teams in the Capital Division do a Patreon to cover the games, which would then, they want to make sure they have as many fans as they can inside the arena, which makes 100% sense. When you think about it, if individual teams are doing it, they always ask me why we don't do it, and I just simply say that, games like this where the stream is not perfect, nobody really wants to pay $10 to see a glitchy game. But in Smith Falls, we will have a perfect stream all the time because they are hardwired there. So, if we can get feedback from the fans, and if people would be willing to do a Patreon for the Outlaw Tournament and have the proceeds go to the league and see what they can, expand the league and do what they can with that and whatnot. So it's going to be an incredible tournament. No matter what, get to the arena out in Smith Falls. It's the 24th of April, May 2nd, I'm pretty sure. But check the website. Maybe it's May 4th. But check the website for the exact details. And get out there for that tournament, folks. It's going to be an absolute blast. Face off at center ice. Can they make a wild comeback here? They can't bring it down. It's sent inside the zone. Gustafson flips it out through center. Van across the line. Nice little move there. Rink wide. Shot on goal, and Berkeley out. Closes up the 5-hole and makes a nice save on that one. Cousineau holding on to Oil King in front to make sure he doesn't get loose. Ange, we love being in Smith Falls because of that hardwire. It's so incredible. Changes everything. And the little perch that we get to sit, we're out of the audience. It's absolutely perfect to do a live stream for a hockey game there. That's passed in behind the goal. It's picked off at center ice. Sent across the blue line. Tweed trying to find their third of the game. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Back to the point. Straddling that blue line is Vander and Hurt. Pass over to Crothers in the neutral zone. Sent back towards the Manotick zone, but that's picked off. And Finkelstein trying to get around a man. He's knocked down, crossing the blue line. Vanden Hurt fakes the pass. Gets his way in through center here. Poked off his stick and flipped to the blue line and out. Seven minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the third period. 6-2 Manotick lead. Chopped to the blue line. The slot area, the backhand pass by Matt Lowry goes nowhere, and they are out through center, and a hit at center ice by Kyle Gaskin. The second effort to get it over to Cooper goes up into the air, into the corner. Moves it around us. So we tried the wraparound, and nice save by Evan Morrison. The blue line and in. Great save by Berkeley. Well, they will be doing the best player of the finals, and we'd love to hear from you in the chat. Pick one from each side if you can, who you think deserves to win the best performer of the playoffs for Manotick and for Tweed. I know the game's not over yet, but pick one from each side, and I think would be the best player for that award. Dylan Ingram being boarded against the wall by Burmaster. He's done great in his return to the lineup for the Mariners. This move by Vanden Hurt, that went back into the feet there of Musklau. He's being harassed, and Finkelstein, what a pick! Gustafson scores! Ben Finkelstein, indeed. What a forecheck, and he fires it home. Unbelievable. And for Manotick, that is his 4th point of the game. 1 goal, 3 assists on the evening. That's 13 goals and 17 assists in 12 games for Ben Finkelstein. Wow. Gustafson, the hat trick in his return to the lineup. Can you believe it? Whoever, I can't see who said it. Terry Murphy, I agree. I think Ben's going to get the MVP. And if it were for Tweed, I would have to go with Jacob Bratney. He has been spectacular for the Oil Kings. He's kept a level head in this game, in my opinion. But Ben Finkelstein has been unstoppable throughout the playoffs. He's had a goal per game, and he's now well above an assist per game. And yeah, he is not the biggest guy in the lineup either. He just gets it done. Smart hockey. He's got a wicked shot as well. Doug Little. Pass over into the feet of Shot will get a chance in, but Cooper will pick that off. And the Mariners turn it back the other way. Gaskin hits his man off the puck. Shots there to try and maneuver something there. The Mariners have it back at center. Ben Finkelstein again. Puck's into the corner. Trying to move it back. Out of the zone for the Oil Kings. That's deflected up and over the penalty box. I'll tell you, the goaltending for Tweed, yeah, has been spectacular throughout these playoffs. It's just difficult because they've split the games right down the middle. Great job by Tweed for doing that. When you have two ace goaltenders, it's hard on the goalies, I can imagine, but when you have two guys that are willing to do it, it helps everybody in the process. Evan Morrison has been spectacular when his number's been called. Matt Loveys as well with that 69-73 save performance to lift them up, to beat those Deserano Bulldogs. I mean, without that game, Deserano could have been the team of record here against the Manotick Mariners. And then, of course, Bert Berkliev, if he wins this game, he will improve to 18-0-2 on the season. 20 games. Wow, and he just missed. What a move. Gustafson flips it up and over him. Regains it back to Cooper. Shot, and it stopped. By Evan Morrison. Hopefully we got you back there, folks. It blipped out for a second. Yep, we do. But oh my goodness, yeah, it's been quite a playoff run for these two clubs. Both of them did a reverse sweep throughout the playoff series, and something that you don't see very often, let alone by both the teams that make it to the finals. And these two teams have both done it. It's been absolutely spectacular. And James and I have been happy to be along for the run. Back to the blue line. Into the feet of Carruthers. He'll knife that towards the net. Brown can't get it out of his feet. Ingram shove that back to the blue line. Vandenberg's shot right on goal. Bodies out in front of the net there was Douglas Little. Isaac Brown drops that back into their own zone. Plays that over. Dylan Ingram. Side into the corner and dump and chase. Ingram can't get on it. They get a chance here. Stopped by Berkliev. 3:05 remaining. What a great season this has been. Tweed with losing the backhand wide, losing 9 players in the offseason, rebuilding this team, Super Dave, and getting all the way to the finals. And the Manotick Mariners, in only their second season, what a save by Morrison, were able to topple their rival, and something no other team in the NPHL has been able to do, which was beat the North Dundas Rockets before the finals. And the other thing too was the reverse sweep by the Oil Kings. That came to the hands of the Smith Falls Ritos. That is wild because everybody, including me, expected Smith Falls to probably be here, you know. And it's such a rocket season and an incredible goaltender. They improved themselves with Graham Brown and company, and Tweed were able to somehow come back in that series. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Manotick, though, I mean, Finkelstein, Tam, Lau, Barrett, Makara, Sigsworth, LaBrose, Hammer, Poirier, Polkowski, Sear, Merritt, Melvin, Dennison, Giacobbe, Gustafson, Burmaster, Cardwell, Renault, Cousineau, and Cooper. And of course, Burke Berkliev, John Gilmer, and Riley Tondreau have done an incredible job to bring a championship to Manotick in only their second season in the league. A testament to the ownership and management of the Mariners. They, as I've said many times, are not a team that will settle for second place. They want to be first, and this season, they not only were first in their division and conference. Gustafson is starting to throw back now. Cody. Now that was, Gustafson knew the game was over. Instead of getting thrown out earlier, he waited. Was getting harassed in his own zone and stuck up for himself in the late stages of this third period with exactly 1 minute to go. And this crowd absolutely loves it. They say you can only take it for so long. Yeah, Cody, yeah. It's really sad about Lovelace. Played incredible. Do you know what the injury was, Cody? I didn't know that he was, I didn't hear what the injury was. I just heard he was injured prior to game. And again, if you haven't heard, the Alveston Killer Bees won their championship game against the Six Nation Ironmen. We will have a award for have an award given out here, the Sentinel Trophy Cup, presented on the exact same night in the first season of the expansion and the brand new Northern Premier Hockey League. It's been a whirlwind of a season. The best season since its induction many, many years ago. The best quality of hockey from the bottom to the top that James and I have ever witnessed, and hopefully you, the viewer at home, have witnessed. And this is just the beginning, folks. The beginning of a chapter and the beginning of some special stuff here in the Northern Premier Hockey League. And the Manotick Mariners are the recipients of the first Sentinel Cup, and very well deserved. And from the Minto Recreational Complex, Manotick, it's time to hoist the cup. Do you want up on here? Do you want up on here, James? Nope. So well deserved. Incredible job all around. They built this team to be a winner, and that's exactly what has happened. What a memorable season for the Manotick Mariners. Heartbreak at the other end for the Oil Kings as they went through a lot to get here, but the Mariners just too strong in these series clinching games, beating Poggin Falls, shutting out the Barry's Bay Wolves, taking down the North Dundas Rockets. And now the Tweed Oil Kings in a 7-2 win here on home ice. Absolutely epic. Incredible turn of events. And of course, folks, one of the only sports that does this at the end of a playoff round, the handshakes. They beat the living lights out of each other for 5 games and took each other to the brink. And now they stand at center ice and tell each other, great job, well done, indeed. This right here is where the big boys come to play. And they did a great job putting on a show for you, the fan at home, in the arena. And it's reached its crescendo. Absolutely special season all around for Manotick. And they have built quite a fan base here in Manotick that continues to grow. And this, I guarantee you, will keep that going. Nice, James, awesome. What an atmosphere.
Pray to God it does not fall off of this thing.
Is it not secure?
It is, but
Unbelievable. Well, congratulations to the Manotick Mariners. Very much deserved. Played a physical game, physical series. And it's a special season. It's gone. Damn it. Unbelievable. Amazing atmosphere. All right, and they're now going to present the MVP award. There's the championship. Zoom right in on that, James, and presenting it. There it is. Yes, sir. Sentinel Cup. Beautiful new trophy. And that's what they play for right there, folks. Incredible job all around. What a great hockey club. There it is. Yeah, I would give the award to Ben Finkelstein, 100%, and I think they will. Congratulations, Manotick, ownership, coaching staff. There's the, didn't know if he'd be back for the series, and he contributes with a hat trick, and that battle at the end really shows his heart and soul, and he will not shy away. Incredible job. Hammer, great job. Jonathan Sear had a great regular season. That plowed over into the playoffs. That is the testament of a great hockey player. And now Jake Cardwell, the top defenseman of the league, will share it with his little ones. How beautiful is that? Unbelievable. Jake Cardwell celebrating with his youngins, and for good reason. Great that he can share this with his family. What a great celebration, folks. There's Corey Tam, Steve, Brooke, and Mom will be definitely happy. And there's your goalie of the year, Bert Berkliev. They held the fort while he was gone, and when he came back, they did not disappoint. They directed 27 shots his way. He stopped 25 of them. They play an incredible role when he's there too. Burmaster missed a bit of the playoffs, came back in a huge role in this final game. And he was spectacular in this one. And then, of course, Makara, Brandon Makara, plays an integral role. Every one of them do. William LaRose, they call him Rosie. Fantastic hockey player indeed. Unreal. What an atmosphere, folks. Yep, Nathan Merritt. Oh no! James, it's tipped down. Look it. Huh? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Finkelstein, probably the player of the playoffs. Riley Tondro, incredible job in Berkliev's absence. Did a great job. And then, I mean, how much more can you get pumped? Gagnon. Ryan Polkowski, he won a championship out there in Gananoque as well. Very well deserved. Well done, Manotick. A great job indeed. I mean, they're not going to be okay with one championship. They're going to come for more. They will have an even bigger battle with the North Dundas Rockets and company. Barry's Bay will be rocking and rolling next year in Shawville. There's a lot of great teams over in that part of the conference, this branch. And they have just really as well put a huge target on their back as well. Because you always want to topple the champs. And the Manotick Mariners have congratulations. Yes, indeed. It's a one-of-a-kind feeling. And they'll get DJs in there, a pair of them. They did an incredible job getting the crowd going at every moment. Rink announcer, DJ. Pardon? Oh, thank you very much. What an experience. Terrific job all around. Coaching staff all the way out. from Sigsworth, former Frontenac Phantom, where we started out. And he hoists his first championship, and he was integral, big time. Well, it was not the game we figured we would have. We knew it would be physical, but we did not know that it would be quite a game that it was. And I'll tell you right now, the next time these two teams meet, it is going to be raucous. Not sure if they're doing cross-conference, cross-branch games or anything, but they most definitely may think about it, or think twice about it, to be honest with you. With these two teams, and there is absolutely no love lost between the pair of them now. Definitely not an easy thing to do. Go through a 20-game war, the Northern Premier Hockey League, and then go through 4 rounds of the playoffs and find a way to have the strength to win it all. But when you get to this moment, you realize it's all worth it. Family and friends alike, they're celebrating along with them. I think that's Giacobi. Yep. Any game I've seen him do, he was absolutely spectacular. And tonight was no different. I can't imagine being able to celebrate and all that stuff with your family, your kids, your wife down there on the ice. What a spectacle. What a massive crowd that was here as well to celebrate this. And you wonder who will be back again next year with them. Who will don the jersey and who will be brought back to try and repeat. For Manotick and for their fans, I guarantee you that they're hoping that they all do. See if you can zoom right in. Well, the longer this league goes along, the better the games. The more intense they get, the rivalries, they grow. And this is definitely one that will probably last forever. Why are you stopping the stream? Oh, yeah, recording is what I thought you did. Yeah, James, what a season, eh?
Oh, yes.
What was your best part? What was your favorite part about it this year?
I needed a best part.
Too many to count, eh?
I don't know. Well, again, this and the Barry's Bay Manotick series for sure because it was Bears Bay had a 2-0 lead over Manotick and they reverse swept them. I don't remember how this series went, but it was such a crazy back and forth that it.
Yeah.
No, just a lot of fun. I don't remember the specifics, but a lot of fun, a lot of emotions. I guess. We're here for both. We're here for both teams, anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the great part about it is that we never lose. We never lose. We get to cheer on whoever won because we're cheering for both sides. We'll keep the coverage going till they clear the ice and hold on to this moment for as long as we can. They celebrated longer than North Dundas and Gananoque did. It seemed like they were only on the ice to celebrate the trophy and then went right into the dressing room. Hey, you know what? You can try and do this. If you want to talk, James, just say something. I don't need to hear myself anymore. And again, big hats off to Brett Gustafson. The gauntlet he had to go through every single game. I don't need to stand up here anymore, thank God. That he had to go through. And, it's one of those things where when you get to this point in the season, you kind of feel bad for whoever doesn't win. You want both sides to win if they can. You know what I mean? But hockey is not a fair sport. It's a game of men where teams actually, they understand when they're coming into this that that is actually a beautiful Belleville Bulls jersey right there. Jubilation throughout the arena. Another successful run for the Northern Premier Hockey League. Did you get it taped down?
What am I supposed to do?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to? Here. Well, you know what? This would be a good time to end it because starting to clear the ice. After another incredible season, folks, it's always the sad part when it has to end. And after a lot of games this year, I think we've done more than we ever have. This is the old swan song. So for James Bull, myself, congratulations to the Manotick Mariners as they beat the Tweed Oil Kings 7-2. And an incredible season. You got anything to say, James?
Look out for next year. For us.
Absolutely. So for all of us here at NPHL Central, James Bull, myself, and the entire Northern Premier Hockey League, again, I think it's late April, and it's till May the 4th, I'm pretty sure. Check Facebook for the Outlaw Tournament. We should be on hand, but just make sure that you check that and see when that tournament starts. So for all of us here at NPHL Central, James Bull and myself, we thank you for tuning in. We love bringing it to you, and we hope you love it as much as we do. And bye for now.